Hi and welcome to the digital marketing session number 5 about search engine optimization, or SEO. There is a lot of talk about search engine optimization these days, and there is a good reason for that. If you look at the graph to the left-hand side, you can see it's a heat map from the Google search engine result page. You can see marked in red the hotspots, or the areas where most people will click on this page, and in dark blue the areas where nobody clicks. And there is a very clear distribution of the hot areas, let's say, and the cold areas. So if you look at it, you will see that on the top left hand side you have the first 3 positions, and these are the most coveted positions on the Google search engine result page and also for other search engines. And on the top, on the left, on the right hand side, on the lower part of the page, there's almost nobody clicking. So even if you're on the first page of Google, you need to be on the first 3 positions if you want to really gain a lot of traffic. And this is very important because the more traffic you have, the more visitors you have in your online sales funnels, and the more likely you will have more sales or contacts. So if you look at the left-hand side, there is a statistic about the percent of traffic by Google result. You have on the left-hand side the percentages, and underneath you have the positions in the Google search engine result page. So here you can see that the positions go from 1 to 20. These are the first 2 pages of Google, because as you know, on the Google search engine result pages, you have the positions 1 to 10 on the first one and 11 to 20 on the second one, and so forth. So of course you want to be on the first one, right? But even within the first one, you can see that the curve shows a dramatic drop already after the 3rd position. In the first position, you have 35% of the traffic. In the second position, you have about 18% of the traffic. And in the 3rd position, already you have about 10% of the traffic. So this is actually quite crucial, and it's also quite dramatic. You need to really be on this page, and you need to implement a search engine optimization strategy. So let's see how to do it. So if you think of search engines as the librarians of the internet, they are gathering all kinds of information about the books, right? The books are the websites. And in order for them to categorize this information, they need a few elements. For instance, they need the title, like the book's title in a library, right? And they need to have references to this book title. And normally you would have that in a catalog, right? So the references are the links to this website. And if the website has a lot of good references, this website will rank higher than others. And they go through the internet with algorithms, which are mathematical programs that crawl through the websites and detect certain elements like these. And then with all of these aspects together, they decide on the ranking, and then some websites will rank higher than others. Of course, the content of the websites will be quite important, and the use of the keywords in their content as well. Here there is a video that I encourage you to have a look at. It's a very short explanation in 3 minutes about search engine optimizations and how search engines work. So how should you implement search engine optimization? In fact, what you need to do is to prepare your website for the search engine so that you can appear on the first page, right? You want to rank for your website. So this is what SEO is about. So the first thing you will normally do is you will do an analysis, as you can see here on the graph, right? You will have to analyze your website and see what this website lacks or needs to improve. For instance, you could have a very close look at the site architecture, which is the structure of your website. Is it easy and user-friendly or not? Then you should probably also analyze the content of your website. Are you using the right keywords? Are you are you offering engaging content for your potential clients? As we said, for inbound marketing, attractive content is very important. Do you have the proper links to your website? They are also called backlinks. And are you using the proper indexing keywords? Are you using the suitable keywords for your business? And is all of this generating some traffic for you, right? And then you need to have a look at the ranking. And of course, a very important part of this is the on-page and off-page SEO. So let me explain about this SEO process first. For the SEO process, this is a circular process, in fact, that you need to implement on a continuous basis. And it's not something you do once and there you go. You need to work on it over time in a very consistent way. And it will help you rank, but only if you do this over years, literally. So it starts off with the research. You need to research the main keywords. You use normally various tools. You can also use analytics, and you need to do competitor analysis, of course. Then you develop the structure for the keywords on each page. And you optimize the page for the main keywords. So here, the research and the structure part, that would be the SEO audit. And after the SEO audit, you will do an on-site SEO or off-page SEO as well. And with this off-page SEO, you need to optimize, as I said, the keywords for the pages, and you need to build links to home pages and to the main pages, which is called link building. This is off-page SEO. And you will include the different actions for your on-page and off-page SEO on your monthly plan. And then, as you want to keep improving, you will, and the search engines take a lot of time to update links and keywords, you will need some time to see the effects of it. In fact, it normally takes about 2 to 3 months to see the impact of your SEO actions, because search engines just go once through your website a month. So if you have implemented that after the website has been crawled by the search engine will not see it. It will see it on the next month, right? And then it will take some time to evaluate them. So calculate about 3 months until you see the impact. And then normally these SEO monthly plans are designed for 6 months to 1 year, because these are the time frame. This is the time frame that you normally use for SEO plans. And then after this phase, you will analyze with Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a tool that is being offered by Google. It's a free tool that you can use for the analysis of the SEO actions on your website. And you will see the results then with Google Analytics. After that, if you see that your results are not the expected ones, or you're not ranking for the keywords that you wanted to, you need to continue with the research, the structure, and so forth. So what is on-page and off-page SEO? Okay, off-page SEO is all that can be optimized on the website. So it's everything that you have under your control. And off-page SEO is all that can be optimized outside the website. And at times you might not have it under your control. So if you think of, for instance, links to your website, this is off-page SEO. We shall talk about it later. Now let's focus on-page SEO. As you see here on this image, it consists of several elements. You have the keywords. You have the keyword density and the keyword placement. These are very key. These are key aspects. The keywords are the keywords that are relevant for your business. So it's important if you are if let's say you're IKEA, you will be selling furniture, right? So your keywords need to be related to furniture. And then you need to place these keywords on certain parts of your website. You need to have them in your title and you need to have them in your content. And you need to have a certain keyword density. So these keywords need to be repeated over and over again, of course not in a cumbersome way because you want to create engaging content. But you need to repeat those keywords so that Google can analyze your website and decide on your ranking for this specific keyword. Of course, this is not just done by repeating the keywords, but this is one of the aspects. Then you have the meta tags, the description, the H1 tags, the alt tags, and the page loading time. Let me explain about it later on. So one of the main, you have four key elements for the on-page SEO. You have, for one, the domain. You have the website structure or the architecture. You have the web content and the keywords. So for the domain, it's very important how long you have been online, right? How long has your domain been online and when was it registered? This is an analysis that I've done with the tool WooRank. You have the link here from the website of Chanel. So here you can see that this domain was registered 19 years ago and it expires in 2 years. This is ideal, right? So it was important that it's important that you are online for a long time. The longer, the better. And it's also important that your domain does not expire in less than 2 years. It's recommended because the search engines will consider this a sign of credibility and of reliability, and it will increase your rankings. Another question, another aspect that you can see here is if there's pages being redirected or sent to another URL, and if so, how. What I mean by this is if you have, for instance, taken down a page on your website, you can redirect from the original page to maybe a new page that you have created. And these redirects are very important, and they should be 301 redirects. 301 redirects are permanent redirects. And so for the search engines, they are valid and they will maintain your ranking. If you had some ranking for this page, it will continue on the new page and for the keywords as well. If you insert temporary redirects, the search engines will not consider this very well. If you think of the keywords, what I would like you to do is to really think about the most important and relevant terms for the business. So in this case, I'm having a look at the Chanel website and I've been looking for Chanel. So there's a certain keyword density. There's the keyword Chanel is there. And of course, there's a lot of other keywords related to that. This is very, very important. So you need to use these keywords and you need to use them quite frequently so that you have a good keyword density. I will show you how to do the keyword research later on. And they're doing really well. Why am I saying that they're doing really well? Because I've done an analysis with SEMrush, as you can see here. And on this analysis, I can see that since they started in January 2010, they have increased the traffic and the number of keywords. And this is a very positive evolution upwards. This is how it looks when SEO is well done. You will see a gradual increase in traffic over time. And if you have a curve which goes down, or if you have a curve that shows that during certain periods of time the traffic did not increase, you might be looking at somebody who had a Google sanction. So here, for instance, you can see that it has 4,200 keywords, is ranking for 4,200 keywords, and has about 7,000 visitors or sessions for 1 month. And the red squares are Google updates. So as I said, you have an increase in traffic over time, you have more brand keywords, and social media accounts have been created and are being very well used. Because there was a very famous Danone Facebook contest in 2010. They wanted to engage people with the Activia drink in Slovenia. So what they did was they asked people to interact with them on social media, but also on their website, and to create different actions. For instance, one of the actions they had to do was to take a picture of them and the Activia drink, like a funny picture, and people enjoyed that very much, and they created their own support groups on Facebook, and people were supporting each other, and were voting for each other, and their Facebook account increased a lot in followers, but also the traffic. So it's important to see how social media and SEO interact as well. And in this case, it was a case of a very well done content management campaign. And let's have a look at SEO bad practices, like for instance, Florida's Natural. Florida's Natural is a juice, an orange juice from Florida. And as you can see here on the website, there's not much information about the product. This is a product website, and instead I get a menu like who we are, our juices, recipes, contact us. And here on the home page, as you can see, this is the first third of the home page, which is the most visited part of the home page normally. You don't have, you have a random image of one orange juice, but you don't have a lot of images of the orange juices, and they're not being very well presented. Also on the menu, you could have the different types of juices they have and more information about the juices. So if I look at it from with the tool SEMrush, I will get a curve like this. And here you can see there's no gradual increase, right? Instead, there is a very steep decrease from July 2014 till July 2015, an extreme decrease. And then afterwards I have I have an increase in traffic, but it's not really huge. And it does not really reach a much larger amount than in January 2011, for instance, right? So here I can see an evolution that is not very positive. And I also see that they only rank for 25 keywords, which is not a lot for a website that was created in 2010. And also they don't have a lot of traffic, right? And they have a monthly traffic of 79 sessions, which is very low. And here underneath you can see the organic search positions. Here on the search positions you see that they're ranking on the third position for orange juice from concentrate. But orange juice from concentrate, I'm not sure that this is very positive for the brand, right? Normally it has a bad reputation. So you might want to rank for orange juice or one of their brands. They are also not ranking for the brand keywords, which I think is quite funny. So there's also, I think it has to do with a very bad misleading structure of the homepage, and they're not using the keywords properly. They have not researched the keywords, and they have not created content which is akin to them. External links, finally, are there social media profiles? Is the content of the website being promoted over social media with links to specific sections of the website? Are there enough links pointing to the website? Are these links relevant and of good quality? I hope. And here is a list of the tools. You can find them here, right? There's the SEMrush tool, which I've been using for the analysis of the websites. You can also use the SEO Quake browser extension that I have listed here. Of course, the Google keyword tool will give you some information about the keyword searches, the search volume. The problem is you need to have an active Google Ads account. So if you don't have that, the tool will not be so useful. In that case, I would recommend that you use SEMrush. Also for Hootsuite, for social media, I would recommend two tools, Hootsuite and Social Report. And for content management, the most used one is WordPress. And of course, for e-commerce, the two main platforms are PrestaShop and Magento.